So, hey, Paul, what are you gonna say, Paul? Oh, yeah, well, it's just, bunch of people in of an uh, organization who decides who gets in there in the Hall of Fame and this and that. Look, you might think Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, right? It's just a bunch of, you know, there might be, have a, who gets in, but really, the fact is that it's not. And this one band, and they said their main inspiration was the Beatles. Beatles. The Beatles. Stones. And I was thinking, what if Paul McCartney and Ringo Starr said, hey, Dominic, you want to reform the Beatles? And Harrison's son and his son, and, because at least it's, no, they wouldn't dress up other members. The thing is, none of these bands wore costumes or makeup. The Scorpions had 3 to 4 bassists in their career, bass guitarists. And the fact of the matter is, you know, they're not in the fame, I don't know. So in their career, and I think Bruce should be the dog, and I really would like that. And I didn't, organ fighter, I'm an organ warrior, organ, ow, ow, organ warrior, organ, organ, ow, rock and roll. No, seriously. And the beaver, that would be funny, that would be good, but it'd make me laugh and smile. Isn't that what clowns are supposed to do? Make you smile? Man. I just think, like they did in 1980. Of course, Ace was in there. I saw Tommy in 2003 with Peter Criss. 2003. And, yeah. And with Aerosmith, but then Aerosmith played with ZZ Top. I had free tickets, but I tore it up because I had no one to go with. Aerosmith and ZZ Top. And then a week later in South Dakota, Steven Tyler falls off the stage, breaks his shoulder. So they weren't playing that good anyway, and that concert where I was at didn't get a good review anyway, so I'm glad I didn't go. The review wasn't that good. You know, Aerosmith and ZZ Top. But when Kiss and Aerosmith, and that was pretty interesting. I thought Aerosmith was better. Kiss was pretty good though, pretty good. I just gotta say, it's like, you know, oh, it's in 1980, and they had the Fox on tour, not on the album. Anton Fig was on the album. Anton Fig, and Ace, and Space Ace and the Fox on tour on drums. And it's like, 1980. It's not too late. 2010 next year, 2010. Be the Beaver, the Raccoon, or something. And Tommy could be Spaceman for a while more. You know, that wasn't me saying that he should be Spaceman. Heck, let's see here. In 2003, when Ace officially left, because his last show was the Winter Olympics in 2002 Winter Olympics, Ace Frehley. And in 2003, and I was thinking that, I would have had Tommy as the Oregon Warrior, you know, and Eric Singer as the Raccoon. It's of the Loader. It's not a canine. It's not a fox or anything like that. It's a raccoon. It's of the Loader familia. Loader, piloter. And raccoon, yeah. Beaver, beavers are cool because you make a dam, they save, make a dam, save yourself. Or you don't give a damn, and yeah. Basically, if I was to be a fan again, I'd be disappointed. And this one band failed to get in the Rock Hall of Fame. Basically, I was told that they have 2 years left to get nominated or again and in the fame. and to accept the honors. I don't know why, if the Fame told them something and they didn't agree, or something, or that Ace and Peter, or they didn't want Peter or somebody to show up and they said no. Dude, Tommy there and Eric were not of the 70s. They weren't there from day one, like Peter said. They weren't there from the beginning. They weren't there from the start. Personally, on this new album, supposedly, that they worked on in 2006 or 7, 8, and 2007, 8, and 9, 2009, 2008, I personally think that Vinny and Peter should have been in the band, and not Tommy and Singer, but Peter and Vinny should have been in the band. Peter and Vinny. And the fact of the matter is that because he was the Ankh warrior, Ankh, and he was his own character, and Peter is the true Cat, and he's Chris Cat, or the Indian Owls album, but and I mean, Singer hates being the cat. I like cats, I like dogs, but seriously, I'm like, enough's enough. You're supposed to make, you know that you don't have half the fan base. You don't have half of the fans you used to, but that could change. That, or you could retire. You could call it a career. Honestly. Ace and Peter Chris don't want they don't want, Gene or the other guy to be replaced. They just want it to end. Call it a career. They don't want someone taking their places just because, and they were upset that their places were someone took their places, but it happened. What could he do about it? The fact of the matter is they lost respect and for their members, and one of the reasons why I don't think they got in the Fame, they were nominated but they didn't get in, is because they're half a band, even if they can, because the fact of the matter is that most bands had at least 3 original members. 3. Stones have Charlie, Ronnie, but there's Brian Jones and Ronnie Wood, and he was in the band for 20 years, but he wasn't the first lead guitarist or whatever. And Bill Wyman, they don't even have an official bassist right now. Keith does guitar. I really think that maybe Ronnie should be the bass guitar. I was gonna say, like, what if I was offered to join the Beatles, or said, well, you could have been a Beatle member. You could have been. Or someone said, oh yeah, and I was like, in Stones, and it's like, well, what if this album didn't exist? What if this album didn't exist? And they took it off the market, this one Goats album and this one SMR Request. And it's like, I didn't even know those 3 albums existed. The fact of the matter is that, yeah. So, I just think that Eric should be his own persona character, Eric Singer, and like Eric Carr, and that, it's just stupid. Let's see, when's the last time I saw a show of Kisses? 2003? It's 2010 next year. 7 years ago. Almost 7 years ago. Or 7 years ago. And the fact is that I'm not going to see this band again unless they, straighten up. If they actually put some integrity back in the band again. Dignity, class, and not disrespecting or tributing or mocking other members. Yeah. Peace.